Today we are back with Soundpeats, and this is another brand new pair of active noise cancellation headphones. This is the Soundpeats Life, and we are going to be checking out what these are all about and seeing whether these are going to be worth the under 50 price point that these are coming in at. So let's get straight into it, and what I will say is these are coming in, like I said, at the under $50 price point, and they're sort of like a budget follow-up to the Soundpeats Air 3 Pro. So we will explain some of the differences. Whilst this isn't a direct comparison video, I will refer to them as we go through. So like I said, we have got active noise cancellation, but it's not hybrid on this pair. We have got Sound Plus for clear calls. We've got a 12mm dynamic driver with biological carbon fiber composite diaphragm. So this is a new type of driver, I believe, inside the Soundpeats this time, and we will check out how the sound quality stacks up and whether we're seeing an improvement on the previous models. We have got Bluetooth 5.2. We have got a playtime of around 5 hours and up to 25 hours with the case, and we are also getting a game mode as we've seen on other Soundpeats products. We have got touch controls as with previous models as well. Like I said, we've got that AI environmental noise cancelling for clear calls, and we'll check that out with the call quality test as well. At the moment I haven't got any information on codecs, but I am assuming from the price that these are going to just be your standard AAC and SBC, but I will update the information in the description when I do find out more. So we have got app support, which is a massive plus, and I will go into that in a bit more detail. But just getting inside the box, we've got the usual paperwork. We've got some additional ear tips and a USB-C charging cable. No wireless charging on these, but again, I'm not expecting it for this price. We've got the ear tips there, and I will talk a bit more about those. So let's get all this stuff out of the way and have a look at the earbuds themselves then. So here we go. So here we have it. We have got a slightly larger case than the Air 3 Pro. It does remind me a little bit of the Mini Pro. It has got that faux leather material on the top. It feels a little bit cheap and plasticky, to be completely honest. And then the earbuds, as you can see, are basically the same design as the Air 3 Pro. The only differences that I can see are that we've got the indicator light back on the stem, like we had with the Air 3, and the touch panel is now kind of more integrated, and we've got a gold logo rather than black and white. So the touch surface remains at the top there on the logo. But yeah, it's a familiar design. I would say these are slightly deeper actually as well, deeper fitting. And like you can see, I've gone in for a pair of SpinFits. I have loaded on the SpinFit CP1025s, and that is giving me an improved seal, better comfort and better sound quality than I was able to get with the included tips. So again, just to kind of go back to that, the tips inside the box for me are just not doing it. I think this is something we've seen before on Soundcore products, just a little bit of feedback for the company. I just don't find these particularly comfortable or secure. I don't feel I'm getting a great seal. Perhaps this is one of the areas that they've cut back a little bit on, but I'll tell you that, you know, there are some real good things about these. So I did say it's ANC, but it's not hybrid. It is 25 decibels of advertised noise reduction versus the 35 that we were getting at the Air 3 Pro. It's doing a decent job, but it's not going to be, you know, anywhere near your sort of Sony and Bose level. The difference between normal mode and ANC isn't massive, but it is cutting off some of that lower rumbling sounds. But again, for the price point, you know, I'm not too concerned. The ambient or transparency mode is, again, it's okay. It could do with a bit more volume, but that's, you know, again, another area that you're not, you know, you can't have everything. And what these guys do have, with a little bit of work in the app, and I was really pleased to finally get my hands on the app, because as an iOS user, I wasn't able to set up the Mini Pro or the Air 3 Pro. So it's the first time that I've experienced the app. So just going in there, it is giving you some customization. We have got some standard EQ settings. We have got a sort of Hear ID type feature of what they're calling adaptive EQ. And for me, I was struggling to get this kind of, you know, working. The results for my tests were basically distortion across the board, so I'm not able to use that at the moment. Maybe that was me not, you know, undertaking the test correctly, but I did struggle with that. So that's just something to watch out for. Let me know if you've experienced that yourself down in the comments below. But with the custom EQ, I was able to really open up the sound on these and get something that I was really pleased with. Other than that, there's not a lot more in there other than, you know, the ability to read battery levels and update the firmware. I'm hoping that Soundpeats can develop this as they go forward, but it's a really good start. It's a little bit like the earphone app in terms of, you know, it's early development stages, but it's great to have, and it really opens these up. And talking about the sound then, so we have had the Mini Pro, we've had the Air 3 Pro, and then we've got these. So the Soundpeats Life, what's the difference, you know, sound quality wise? So you might be asking yourselves, can I save a few quid here? Because this is the cheapest out of the three. And I would say that if ANC isn't your priority, then, you know, go for these as a great budget option. I think these and the Mini Pro are going to be top of the table in terms of sound quality. I just feel with these, we've got a slightly wider sound stage. We're still getting that deep, you know, that sub bass, that kind of emphasis, I suppose, on the dynamic sound tuning. We've got a 12mm driver inside, so that tells you what you need to know about how these are set up. But with the EQ, like I said, I've really got some lovely crisp, bright treble in my settings now. The mids are nice and rich, and like I said, the bass is doing its job, and I think overall it's a really good sound signature. It's one that, you know, would compare with something around $100, I would say. I think with this product, they've just cut back in a couple of areas, whether that's the lack of the Qualcomm aptX adaptive chip that they had in the Air 3 Pro, whether that's, you know, reducing the ANC capabilities just a little bit, but that's all kind of allowing them to bring us this fantastic sound signature. It's really impressive for the price. And I would say that, you know, these are some of the best sounding Soundpeats earbuds, if not the best sounding, certainly under $50. I prefer them to both the Mini Pro and the Air 3 Pro in time. As I've tested them, you know, they are really impressing me. As I hopefully continue to experiment with the app, I might even get further improvements in the sound stage. I would love to get the adaptive EQ set up, because as we know in other products, you know, whether it's Soundcore, whether it's one of the bigger brands, that can be the thing that really opens these up as a pair of earbuds. You know, for example, the One Mores, you know, they've got a great sound ID function, and it really gives you a night and day difference, and I'd like to see that from this product as well. So that pretty much wraps it up, guys. You know, I think this is another really attractive option from Soundpeats, if not a little confusing around the naming schemes that they've got, but, you know, rest assured this is a great budget option, and, you know, if not the best bang for buck out of the whole range that we've currently got. I imagine they'll be releasing more, so keep your eyes out. But that's going to cover it for today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, you know, please do hit that like button if you find the review helpful today. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll leave you with the core quality samples for the Soundpeats Life True Wireless Earbuds. This is a call quality sample with the Soundpeats Life in a quiet environment. This is a call quality sample with the Soundpeats Life in a noisy environment.